You're listening to the VA Claims Authority. I'm Gary, Air Force veteran, VA disability claims strategist, and the guy who got denied, fought back and won. I'm here to make sure the VA doesn't leave you behind. Whether you're filing your first claim or fighting your fifth appeal, this is your briefing. Let's get into it. Hook. You may be owed back pay for months the VA never paid you. Most veterans think a single rating applies to the whole period of claimed disability. That's not always true. Staged ratings exist because conditions get worse, and the VA can and should pay you for the times you were actually worse. What you'll learn in 10 minutes, what a staged rating is and when the VA uses it, the 4 dated types of evidence that make staged periods stick, how to build a tight symptom timeline you can file today, and the single action to take before the end of the day so you don't lose months of pay. Section 1, Primer and Evidence. First, plain language. A staged rating lets the VA assign different disability percentages for separate identifiable time periods when your condition was measurably worse. Example, say your back injury gave you 10% from January 2018 through June 2019, but your pain and functional loss rose, and you met the 30% criteria from July 2019 through December 2020. Instead of a single rating across both years, the VA can award 10% for the first period and 30% for the later period, and pay you back pay for that higher period when it applies. The key is dated evidence showing change. Now, the 4 types of dated proof that win staged ratings. 1. Service records and separation docs that show onset or flare dates. 2. VA and private medical notes with dates and clear symptom descriptions. Objective findings help, but specific dated complaints count a lot. 3. Medication or therapy changes, start or stop dates for new meds, increased doses, or new physical therapy referrals are excellent anchors. 4. Lay statements. You, family, coworkers, or supervisors describing when symptoms first stopped you from performing duties or required time off. Buddy statements with dates and impact details matter more than vague memories. Section 2. Building the timeline and filing strategy. Start your timeline like this. Create a 1-page dated line with short entries. Example format, April 12, 2018. In-service motor vehicle crash, low back pain begins. Saw unit medic, given naproxen, November 3rd, 2019. Started taking prescription oxycodone. Missed 2 weeks of duty due to severe flare. Documented in private ER note. June 15, 2020. Unable to work full 8-hour shifts. Supervisor granted light duty, referred to PT. Link each date to functional loss. Can't lift more than X pounds. Couldn't stand for more than Y minutes. Missed work. Use active language. I could not. I missed. I required. Where to put this request? If you're filing a new claim or an increase, use VA Form 21-526EZ and attach your 1-page timeline. Add a separate VA Form 21-4138 statement in support of claim with a clear paragraph that requests staged ratings and lists the exact dated periods you believe meet higher criteria. If you already have a decision and new evidence, file a supplemental claim using VA Form 20995 and attach the timeline plus any buddy statements or private records you gathered. Label attachments clearly. Timeline. Staged rating request, April 2018 to December 2020, so the reviewer sees your ask immediately. Section 2, continued. Common pitfalls. The VA discounts vague dates and medical silence. Entries like, sometime in 2019 I felt worse, are weak. A note that says, patient reports increased pain with no date or functional detail is also weak. Avoid entries that describe symptoms without linking them to function. The VA wants to see how symptoms reduced your ability to work, sleep, or perform daily activities. Weak example. I was in pain in 2019. Strong example. From July 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019, I could not lift over 20 pounds. I missed 30 hours of work. And I was prescribed a new opioid medication on August 4th, 2019 per ER note. If you lack dated medical records, get buddy statements and consider a private doctor's note or nexus opinion that ties the timing to functional loss. Section 3, the one action to do today? Do this before you finish the episode. Download VA Form 21-4138 and open a blank document for your one-page timeline. Write 3 anchor dates, an onset or event date, a clear worsening date, and the most recent date you claim the higher level. For each anchor, include 1 sentence of function-focused detail and 1 supporting record to request later. For example, July 10th, 2019, severe flare, missed 10 workdays. ER note dated the 12th of July, 2019. Sign and date the statement. Then upload it to your claim or attach it to a new 21-526 easy or 20995 if you already have a decision. That single attachment often gets the attention needed to create staged periods. Quick checklist before you submit. 1-page timeline with 3 anchor dates. At least 1 dated medical or private record for each anchor or a buddy statement that includes specific dates. A completed 21-4138 that explicitly asks for staged ratings and lists the periods. Attach or note the forms you're filing. 21-526 easy for new claims. 20995 for a supplemental. What to expect? The VA may request more records or schedule an exam. If the VA denies staged periods, you can appeal, but starting strong with dated evidence is the fastest path to back pay. Before we close, a quick example you can copy. Put this wording in your 21-4138. I request consideration for staged ratings. I believe my condition met higher criteria from July 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2020, based on the attached ER note dated the 4th of August, 2019, medication change on July 15th, 2019, and a buddy statement from my supervisor dated the 10th of January, 2021. Please assign the appropriate effective dates for each rated period. Short, dated, and specific. That language works. CTA. If you want templates, a fillable timeline, and sample 21-4138 wording, head to backclaimsauthority.com. I've got downloads that match everything we covered. If this episode helped you, share it with a veteran who needs to hear it and leave a review so more people find the show. That's your briefing. Now go execute. If this episode helped you, share it with a veteran who needs to hear it. And if you need help with your claim, whether it's an audit, a rebuttal, or a full strategy session, head to backclaimsauthority.com. I've got the tools and the experience to help you win. I'll see you next episode. And remember, your service earned this. Don't let paperwork take it from you. The VA won't tell you this. I will